my channel, unless of course you're new here, in which case hi, hello. My name is Ashley and welcome to my random little corner of the internet. As you can tell from today's title, I'm on time for something this time around. Today we are going to be doing Do I Have That Other Book Challenge. I'm going to include down at the bottom or in the description box below the creators of this tag, this challenge, whatever. It is just a continuation of a Do I Have That book that I did a couple of months ago, but it was a tag from last year. Basically I have a list of questions. I have looked at them purely because I've written them down, so I had to have looked at them. And having seen the questions, I don't know if it's allowed, but I'm going to also be including ebooks and audiobooks because I own them. I bought them, so technically I own them. There are obviously some that are like, have to do with the cover, and that I'm not going to go with those. I'm going to go with something I physically own. I think, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, there's some that I think that came right off the top of my head when I was reading the questions that I know I have. They're just not a physical book that I own. So, okay. That's enough jibber jabber. I'm just gonna hop into it. However, as you can see from behind me, we did just move in and my husband broke my bookshelf while we were moving. And so my books aren't on a bookshelf yet and they're just stacked here. So this next part, I am going to just, I'm gonna time myself and see how quickly I can get through them. And then we will go over the questions and the, what book I have that goes with it after I find them. Alrighty, so as you can see from that little sped up little montage going on, one of these questions I had to Google. I will get to that in a moment. That took me way too long. That took me 16 minutes. Well, okay. It's not nearly as long as I thought it was. That's insane. Okay, so it took me 16 minutes. So let's go. Alright, so the first one, I failed miserably. I don't have one. It says a book with a fox on the cover. I looked. I have rabbits. I have other magical creatures, and it just none. Yeah, no. Nothing with a fox on it. The second one, this is the one that I had to Google because I had no clue. It says book published the year you were born or within 3 years. Hey, you know what? It might be my daughter's, but I bought it, so I own it, right? So, Dinosaurs Before Dark was published in 1992. No, 1991. 1992. Right. So I was born in 1989. That's 3 years. So there we go. Dinosaurs Before Dark, Magic Tree House book, number 1. A book with music as a weapon or magic. So this is when I saw this, I'm literally in the process, well, I just finished it. Right before I started filming this video, I finished the book. So that's why I knew that I was going to probably use Kindle. And let me pull it up. Maybe, hold on. Alright, anyways. So, A Love Story for Witches by Jason Headley. In this book, the bad guy, basically, her name is Vicky. She is... So, the way that it works, every witch in here has some sort of... I think he calls it a totem, basically, not all witches use a wand. So, because even I think the main character calls it a cliche to use a wand. So, each character has a different way that she channels her magic. And so the main character, she does have a staff. She just likes to be traditional. Another girl does some badass stuff with a spray paint can. And then, but the villain, her name is Vicky, she does use her guitar and her music as the way that she channels her magic and basically uses it as a weapon. So there we go. A Love Story for Witches by Jason Headley. Really good. You should pick it up. I literally just finished it before filming this video. Mismatched covers. I don't. I mean, I know I do audiobook, but like I said, I did not want to use that. I didn't want to use audiobook for cover questions. But yeah, I'm a pretty big stickler on my covers matching if it's a possibility. So, what I was talking about, I was going to go with the Diviners because I know that every time a new book came out, they completely changed the covers. So I don't know. I want to own the books and I don't. It's going to hurt. I also know that when I buy a quart of Silver Flames, it's going to hurt my heart to have those because they're not going to match. It's okay. But other than that, no, I don't own any books that have mismatched covers. A book with shapeshifters. I have Clockwork Angel. Cassandra Clare, Infernal Devices. The main character, Tess, is a shapeshifter. And that's apparently not a spoiler. I haven't read the Infernal Devices yet. I am making my way through the Shadowhunters. Not the Shadowhunters. They're all Shadowhunters. The Mortal Instruments right now. But I'm really excited to get into these. So, but I do know that Tess is a shapeshifter. The next one, signed by the author. I have a few because I do get a LitJoy crate. And so, and they're all, you get a book signed by the author. So I just picked up the closest one to me, and The Princess Will Save You, and there's Sarah Henning's little signature. So, signed by the author. A mostly red cover. I piled these upside down. I bought this last night. I'm going to be doing a Sherlock-a-thon, which I will be doing a video for my TBR for that as well. But mostly red cover. I have Enola Holmes and the Case of the Missing Marquis. The movie was really cute with Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill and not Bellatrix Lestrange. Yeah, I mean, she is. But Helena Bonham Carter and Sam Claflin. The movie was super cute. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be super cute as well. But yeah, mostly red cover. There we go. And then 287 to 306. They really like to make us to make us anxious while searching our bookshelves. So you saw that while I was doing all that, but I did find one. Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz, one of my absolute favorite series. Has 302 pages. See? Boop. So it was between 286 and 306. I didn't even read the question. So yeah, it's a book between 287 and 306 pages. Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz, at least my copy, has 302. So there is that. Sorry. A book where the main character wears glasses. I do have Harry Potter, but I was trying not to go with that one. So I went with Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I am pretty certain that Kath wears glasses. She's wearing them on the cover. I mean, you can kind of see that. But yeah, she's wearing them on the cover, so I'm pretty certain. It's been a few months since I read this one, but I'm pretty certain that she wears glasses. So, Fangirl. Title with the same length as your name. My name is Ashley, and that means I have 6 letters in my name. I did grab 2. I have 2. So we have Ahsoka by E.K. Johnston. That's 6 letters. Book about the former Jedi and everything that happened after the Clone Wars and when she left the Order and everything like that. And then I also have Mythos by Jason Headley. I believe I talked about this in another video, but it is basically about a class of students who win a trip to go to this island that is basically exactly like Jurassic Park, but with mythical creatures instead of dinosaurs. And it is an LGBTQ book. The main character is a young gay boy who just came out to his friends, and his best friend is not a big fan. He's very upset. But then he meets this boy while he's there, and chaos ensues, basically. That on top of the fact that the island turns out to be exactly like Jurassic Park, and shit gets real. So, here we go. That's but Mythos has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Cybercrime or technology as a main plot of the story. I could not think of one that I had. I scrolled through my Kindle looking at books that I've maybe not read in a while. Yeah, no, I legitimately couldn't think of anything that I owned that I could include for that prompt. So, anyways, moving on. A book that was another language and translated into English. I have, where is it? I have it on my Kindle. But it is, there we go. The Little Prince by Antoine. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. And then it went away. So, the book was originally written in French and translated into English among many other languages. And it is a very adorable book. And by now, I believe most people probably know what it's about. So, next prompt was an Asian author. And I have The Shadow of Kyoshi as well as The Rise of Kyoshi by S.C. Yi. These books are about the Avatar that came 2 Avatar cycles before Aang for the TV show, the Nickelodeon TV show Avatar: Last Airbender, which says right there. So I am still reading this one. That's why there's bookmark. But yeah, Asian author. I do have a couple of others. That was just the one on top, like literally sitting on my desk. Moon on the Cover. I kind of cheated on this one. I have so many books that have stars and stuff, but no moons. And so I picked up Bone Crier's Moon. First off, I mean, the word is there. Does that count? But also because this was a Lit Joy crate version, They have beautiful reversible dust jackets, and on the inside part of the dust jacket, there's a giant moon right there. So, I mean, I guess if I put them reversed, then it would have one on there. I mean, I'm counting it, right? Fight me. Illustrated children's book. We've got Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. These pictures are adorable, and I wish that I could just flip to. There's one picture in here that makes me laugh because it is straight up Ron Burgundy. Like that's Ron Burgundy. And he is, you know, talking about how Percy is wanted. Ron Burgundy would free you from Anchorman. I don't enjoy that movie at all. I don't enjoy Will Ferrell movies. I'm sorry. I don't like his brand of humor. It doesn't, I don't connect. But I thought it was funny. So, but anyways, yes. Illustrated children's book, Percy Jackson. A collection of fairy tales or myths. I don't know. I didn't even grab it off the deck. The stack. I don't know if this counts. It's a book that I got from my grandmother's house a few weeks ago when she was kind of unloading a bunch of things. But it's called The Celebrated Jumping Frog and Other Stories by Mark Twain. I mean, that sounds like a fairy tale to me. So, I mean, I'm going to go with it. Maybe like fables. Yeah, no, literally, it says a collection of fables on the inside cover. So yes, I'm going to go with that. So, The Celebrated Jumping Frog and Other Stories. Next one is a sci-fi fantasy with alliance between races. Let me pull it up. So, I do have, like, the first three in the trilogy. But I'm going to go with this one because this is where the actual alliance happens. And, so I'm going to go with Winter by Marissa Meyer. The other, it's going to start playing, and then I don't want copyright. I don't want Miss Myers to come after me. I do have the first three in the Lunar Chronicles, but I mean, in that point, there's no real alliance happening. They're trying to get it to happen through a marriage, and it doesn't happen because the lady's evil, and we don't want that to happen anyway. But in Winter, it finally does happen. No, they don't get married, if you were worried about that. But no, they don't get married, but at the end, an alliance does happen between the Lunars, which are the race of people that live on the moon, and then the people that live on Earth. So, there we go. Narrow front cover. I used to watch some videos, and people are like so frustrated about why, but like it doesn't bother me as much. So basically by narrow front cover, it means like when the actual cover is skinnier than the rest of the book, like you can see like there's like this half inch of space for I don't know what reason. And so then like when you open the first page, it's like black to make the little hole there. I don't know. But yes, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I have already waned on and on about this book. Actually, I don't think I have. I didn't end up doing that video. This book was amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was magical, and I already want to reread it. Like, I finished it in August as part of Newt's, the Magical Readathon that Book Rose puts on. I finished it for that. And I immediately didn't want to read anything else. I just wanted to read it again. Like, it's beautifully written, and it's a beautiful world, and it's definitely a 5-star read. But yes. So yes, there's the annoying, I guess, cover that is skinnier than the rest of the book. A book that includes the first chapter of the next book, Court of Thorns and Roses, includes the first chapter of A Court of Mist and Fury. So there we go. That's not something they do a lot anymore, like, with newer books. Although Court of Thorns and Roses isn't exactly old, but you don't see it as much. Like, when I was younger, like, almost all of the books would include that sequel, and then you still had to wait a year or two to get the book, and it was kind of irritating. Like, the author had written that first chapter, and we wanted it then, but couldn't have it. It was a pain in the butt. Okay, so Broken Spine. I first off, usually have hardbacks. I'm not a huge fan of paperbacks, even though the last 2 books I just showed you were paperbacks, but still. But I take such good care to not break the spines. I will literally like hold them and like read them like this, so where like the book is barely open, so just so that I don't break the spine. But I can't say that when I buy a book secondhand, or I'm given a book by another family member who was done reading it and they don't like keep their books after they read them. I don't know about that one. Like it's called rereading them. Duh. Anyways, so my mother gave me her copy of Inkheart as well as the Ink Spell and Ink Death, which is the other 3 in the trilogy. But this woman don't care. She. Okay, so the video kind of awkwardly cut off right there. I don't know why, and every time that I try to re-edit it, that last part keeps saying it's corrupted. So instead of just refilming the whole thing, which would kind of take away from the element of whatever, you know, just the challenge part, I guess, of it. It didn't really cut out much. Basically, it was just saying that the broken spine prompt, I have Inkheart, and then there is a bonus question at the end of it that said, do you have any books that fit more than, or three prompts? I think it was 3 or more prompts, and I don't. I have one, it's Empire of Dreams, that has a mostly red cover and is signed by the author. That's it, it's 2. So, but, and other than that, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button as well as that big red subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always notified every time that I upload. And until next time, bye!